Good day. There are more Uber facts at which I'd like to look. Between 10 and 20 volcanoes are erupting somewhere on Earth every day. This is an interesting fact. The phrasing of this, quote, are erupting, end quote, means that the eruption is ongoing. Saying that somewhere from 10 to 20 volcanoes are erupting has a different meaning than 10 to 20 volcanoes erupt. Are erupting implies that these eruptions are simultaneous, are currently happening, further implying that the eruptions last all day, or at least as long as we perceive it, and that they don't stop until somewhere between 10 and 20 volcanoes are erupting somewhere else. It's a linguistic jungle gym. So now that we've unpacked the sentence, let's look at the actual fact. According to volcanodiscovery.com, link in the description, there are over 30 volcanoes currently erupting on the planet, and over 140 are experiencing at least some kind of unrest. According to the Smithsonian at volcano.si.edu, again, link in the description, there have already been archived weeks this year with more than 20 active volcanoes. This took me less than 1 minute of research to disprove. And keep in mind that I don't need to constantly track volcanic activity to prove this wrong. If there is a recent time on Earth when more than 20 or less than 10 volcanoes are erupting, close enough to be considered current at least, then this is outright wrong. It can't be correct. I don't understand how this can be said openly as a fact. And just think about the number of impressions it made just from his followers, the app users, etc. All the people who go to his website. People believe him far too easily. A father once murdered 2 people after they unfriended his daughter on Facebook. This is not a fact. This is not Uber. This is a thing that happened. You are not a news source. You are not a reliable news source. This does not belong on your page. And look at this Uber fact! Wow. New research has found that having a university degree is linked to having a heightened risk of developing a brain tumor. Okay, here we go. Not only is this factual, as it actually has supporting evidence, but it's also outstanding. This is interesting. It's cool. There is a source. The source is credible. After surveying the content of the source and the claim, I only have one reservation. The sample pool was all Swedes. Very little genetic diversity. However, the sample size is massive. It's over 4 million people. There is a substantial increase of brain tumors as compared to a similar population of Swedes. The only difference, of course, being that one group had a university degree, one group didn't. While this effect may only happen to Swedes, the likelihood of that is comparable to the ocean disappearing. This is a good fact. And this brings me to why I have a vendetta in the first place. Uberfax has good stuff. I can't deny it. He has slowly gained credibility from this. Enough truth gets published that we don't pay attention to the falsities. If this account has taught me anything, it's that we must question self-proclaimed authority. This is a good fact. It makes people think that all of his facts are good. The sun will expand into a red giant larger than Earth's orbit in 7.6 billion years. This is absolutely wrong. First, a quick lesson on star life cycles. Right now, the sun has burnt about half of its hydrogen. We can guess this by the sun being about half hydrogen. So our best estimates say that the sun started fusion about 4.5 or 4.6 billion years ago. When the sun gets low on hydrogen, it will begin to fuse helium atoms together. This will dramatically increase its size. Our sun will become a red giant, and then after it reaches a certain point, it will collapse on itself into a dwarf star, with very little size but massive density. I won't link anything to this. It's just kind of common, easy to know. Anyone who's dabbled in astronomy kind of understands that. If you want to know more, just please look it up. Now, back to the tweet. According to a 1998 website from NASA, written by a professor at Columbia, link in the description, and other sources, I've linked another, the sun will turn into a white dwarf within 5.5 billion years. Now, there might be some questions as to the age of that website. 1998 is pretty long ago. Theories can change. Different observations can be had. So, this article from Universe Today is from 2015. The sun will not swallow the Earth in 7.6 billion years. It will have already done that, according to this source at least. It's still up for debate, obviously. Some projections even say that the sun could grow as large as the asteroid belt's orbit. The sun will expand into the red giant far before what Uberfax says. So now I'm intrigued as to his source. So, let's look at the source he cited. Oh, well, I looked it up myself, and it is highly debated as to the exact prediction. The most recent article I found on a simple Google search that includes the 7.6 number is shown here at the bottom. It's from 2013, and it's a blog post. I've linked it here. It also doesn't say that 7.6 billion years is when the sun will overtake the Earth, only that that time is when the sun will probably reach its maximum size, which, again, is disputed. Again, I have to point at his language. It's a linguistic jungle gym. He's not specific. Technically, it's right that at that time the sun may have destroyed the Earth and currently laying over the former planet's orbit, but it could also have already retreated by that time, and it will not begin to expand that late in its life. This is not indisputably the case. This is not a fact. I hope you can see why I'm getting so sick of this account and the terrible, misinformed facts it shares. I promise I'll focus on different issues and incorrect self-proclaimed arbiters in future videos, but that might be a little ways off for now. This is my fight. May the truth guide you.